carry is there, while the response for Puff is going to be the Ashe. Now Lyric, jungler at the ready.
You know, I'm actually just talking about the Ezreal. I'm actually quite surprised because despite the fact that Ezreal got nerfed, we saw they were willing to play it last game, and it just fits the way IG plays. IG not really playing around these proactive options in the bot lane, so going to be interesting to see how this Ashe shakes up. And, well, there's the jungle question answered. Ning going towards his Lee Sin, which, of course, is extremely good.
While we are talking about junglers, we need to note that Nidalee was banned in the first series.
Yes.
First game, I should say.
And this is a Xiaolongbao special, but instead,
opted for Rek'Sai.
Yeah, which, of course, you know, has a fine individual matchup in the Lee Sin because, you know, you can knock up him in his transition to the queue, but is obviously a very early game-oriented pick, and if even going even into the mid and late game, you feel extremely useless. You need to get ahead on this champion, and RNG just full-on opting for this early pick style, Rek'Sai and Twisted Fate to get in these lanes early, and you know what? They're just going to run Gala to be that big late-game carry, or as Munchables just called him on Twitter, was it Jeezy?
Jeezy, I think he called him,
Or I don't know if he just...
GZI.
Yeah.
I don't know. Goozy. I don't know.
Obviously just a big throwback to the Lord and Savior himself, but still going to be nice to see what he can do. And, I mean, this is just, you know, standard Rookie, right? It's actually so funny seeing how many times Rookie will just opt for Orianna on red side into so many matchups. We'll get to pick 5 on red side. Rookie just pulls out Orianna. It is always great to see. And now we have a bit of pick on both sides, with a bit of early skirmishing on both sides. We also have a scaling element on both sides. So both drafts going toe-to-toe so far. I
want to see where we go from here, because solo lanes still need to be picked up in that top side, plus a support pick for both sides. And Ming and Balan in the past have had interesting champion pools. So Jace taken away. That's a Shy special, one of his most played in his career. Camille also with another topside ban. Sir, I sense a Wukong on the horizon, because the Shy you said doesn't play.
Yeah, it does not play that champion. Again, it works quite well. Maybe New didn't perform well enough on it to where IG feels like they need to ban it, but what I want to see is, will Balan pull out the Thresh? There's the Wukong that you talked about. Obviously is a takeaway from the Aphelios and giving a bit of security to his team with the Lantern. So far, Balan has only played 3 champions in the LPL. He's played Bard 3 times, Nautilus twice. Brahmin, I guess, set now, so is up to 4.
Kale gone as well. Maybe RNG are thinking about picking up the Ornn, but the option always there for IG. Or counter-pick last.
Yeah, and that's really interesting. So this opens up more aggressive supports for RNG. I mean, obviously we haven't seen anything along the lines of like a Zyra or something paired with an Aphelios, but those are obviously things that attack the Braum quite well.
Are you psychic? You talked about something a bit more aggressive. Rakan has been a favorite of Balan. That's a bit of a shout-out to the World's 2018 skin.
You do get a free lane into the Braum, and you scale it quite well.
First one in the LPL. We haven't had a Zyra Rakan lane, although we've had the Zyra. So welcome Ming to show us what you do in game 2.
Yeah, and this is going to be really, because again, this is not a lane we've seen. This is not something like we are extremely prepared for, but hey, this great in team fight scales up quite well, gets a free lane, and hey boys, we're getting the team fight wombo combo coming your way.
Not only is this a spite towards Balan, the Shy's most career played champion, sorry that wasn't in perfect English, is the Kennen.
You know, I feel bad because I said boys, but boys, girls, anyone out there, we all watch League of Legends. We're all excited.
Hey.
We get a team fight coming.
Everyone.
We have early options.
Oh no, we got the Shy on Sylas. Has been good and bad in the past. There is a very famous clip from 2019 spring of the Shy and Rookie outplaying topside. I believe it was against RNG.
We have some very divisive clips of the Shy on Sylas. So we have some great clips. We have some not so great
He wanted
clips.
to play his Kennen, and so he's going to play it anyway, just with the Sylas.
You have amazing ults to steal, right? Like, seriously, Kennen ult, great. Twisted Fate ult, amazing. The Rakan ult going to be good as well. And even Moonlight Vigil and the Rek'Sai ult aren't terrible. Like
AP scaling and Rakan ult, just on that note, is pretty good, what we've seen in the past.
So when we look at this, I wonder how this spot lane's going to go, because, right, when you look at Ashe into Aphelios, you would think Ashe has push because, again, you could just spam volleys. Of course, for Aphelios, it's gun dependent, right? Things like Infernum giving you that AoE damage, but Rakan always having a good lane matchup into the Braum. You can obviously poke him with that Q. You have some aggressive options to go in, you know, W in, put some poke off, E back out. So that's going to be interesting to me. And the other thing is, since we have the TF in the mid lane, right, it's even supporting those side lanes even more so. You have an aggressive support and an aggressive top laner, so they're both side lanes that would demand attention. You would assume they'll go top side because top is a lot more fragile. Like, it can break hard either way, to where the fact that IG have drafted a Braum, it feels like attacking bot lane is kind of a non-factor. So I expect RNG to look to pressure topside. Rek'Sai has a lot of interesting gank opportunities into all 3 lanes. Did you see the one in the top middle? They had the little, I don't know which player it was, but they had like a little like emoji cutout of one of the players.
Oh, really?
He had like a bunny hat on or something. Oh, I don't understand the references. Hysterics. It's probably hilarious.
Hey, we're getting there. We're getting there. We've got some awesome people on Twitter who will help us as well.
I also feel like RNG have the most menacing pose in that intro video we have of all the teams.
Dude,
like,
Xiaohu looks directly down the camera and you think he's going to kill you.
It looks evil. It looks aggressive.
Well, I'm waiting for that in this game too. Take me through it again. I want a better understanding of these comps because we're seeing a Rakan for the first time here in the LPL summer. It has been a while, and for RNG, you talked heavily about mid and jungle when they first got locked in. How's it influenced now?
Right, because that's what you're looking at. Of course, Rek'Sai is a very early game centric jungler. You have a lot of more gank opportunities than other lanes have. So I really want to see him influence top and mid, and especially at that level 6 point Xiaohu using that Destiny to set New up in a good way, and then try to snowball that advantage around the map, because setting the Braum and Ashbind early sounds like it'll be quite hard. And I'm going to be interested to see how RNG's comp goes scaling-wise, because it does have the Aphelios kind of insurance policy. But when you look over at IG, you know, just to talk about, we do obviously have an Invade on the screen. They have a Braum. It's kind of expected. Braum's extremely strong level 1. But for IG, right, you look at it, you say, okay, Orianna, we have scaling. We have a Braum, great scaling team fighter. Sylas as well does amazing in the stages of mid to late game. So for IG, they have some windows early on, right? You can go for a mid lane gank because Lee Sin has a ton of burst. You can even go to, like, Lee Sin can technically gank all 3 lanes. And I feel like you're just trying to slow down RNG, so you just match Xiaolongbao and try to make it so he can't get, you know, his team further ahead.
That's interesting. Okay, slow down Xiaolongbao. I'll keep an eye out for that. I just want to quickly touch on what we're seeing on the screen. The Shy has opted in for Fleet Footwork versus the unsealed Spellbook on the cannon.
And for anyone who doesn't know, this has been the standard rune we've seen on Sylas ever since. It pretty much seems ever since, was it last patch where Conqueror got slightly nerfed, got moved up to 12 stacks, and we've seen in a lot of lane matchups, Sylas are going for Fleet Footwork just to get through the laning phase and get to the point where they're strong. And hey, this is the mid lane gank we talked about.
Wanted to see him there. It's flash for flash. Xiaolongbao with the knock-up into the strongest member of IG and first blood. Onto now the strongest member of RNG.
And let's remember what Xiaohu said in the pre-game video. Every lane gives them opportunity to punish, and that was shown right there. Great gank coming out from Xiaolongbao, just punishing rookies positioning in lane.
You've given an early game jungler first blood. Xiaolongbao is going to be over the moon here on the Rek'Sai, and Rookie has to burn the TP, and he burnt the flash last in lane as well. So there's a very big opening for RNG in game number 2. Now with a 600 gold lead, Xiaolongbao very proactive.
Ganking jungler. Ooh, can they die? I was going to say, because
still has his flash, actually.
The Shy is obviously full HP, right? He still has Kingslayer, still has Abscond a bit. Like, he has a lot of tools to play around this if RNG didn't execute perfectly. So I like that they're just zoning him off. I mean, so this is what we're going to see quite often in the bot lane, right?
Yep.
He's going to W in, he's going to be able to E out. This is how Rakan can trade so well, and why Rakan against champions, whether it's like Tahm Kench or Braum, is considered like a pretty decent laning matchup, and you do scale quite well as well. You have a ton of utility in the late game.
I was just looking towards topside here on our screens because Ning is at his red buff, and we're turning vision off just to see if Xiaolongbao was aware of this, but he was in the river himself. But meanwhile, while the first blood goes to Xiaolongbao, Ning has been accruing a bit of a CS lead within the jungle. But it won't matter because Chilling Smite and a longsword as the first back at 4 minutes for XLB.
Yeah, and it's going to be interesting. And this lane matchup is also very, like, this is one of Twisted Fate's, I'd say, more comfortable lane matchups because Orianna doesn't have really any kill threat on you. Of course, she can try and push you in. You can try and go toe-to-toe. She does have her passive, which makes her very good at pushing the wave against champions like Twisted Fate that don't have just like a ton of burst to throw the wave early on. But still, Xiaohu going to feel fine in this matchup. You obviously combo very well with the jungler, and we've seen Rookie's not really the type of mid laner who likes to run cleanse all that often. So
He is going to be bullied this game. You can already see Shalom nearby once again.
Xiaohu's done a pretty good job of like dodging a lot of these Qs coming out from Rookie, but still, now the lane going to be in a very awkward position for Xiaohu, who's going to have to walk up to clear that out.
Yep.
And it would be interesting to see if IG wanted to try and set up a gank mid, but looks like they're not going to opt into that. And of course, you know, right now Xiaohu doesn't have a flash.
Ning going back to what he loves, being near topside.
And I wonder if he's actually going to look for a gank, or if he's just assuming that Noose trying to set up a dive and that Xiaolong Bao's around, and he's just going to look for a reset here. Because we did talk about, right, Ning just needs to prevent Xiaolong Bao from creating a lot of chaos and finding a big lead.
That ward just expired in Tribrush. New has a bit of a feeling, though, as even with that mound going down, New's going to drop another ward. So, well played by the top laner of RNG. His spidey senses tingled, and he's backing away.
Xiaohu is level 6 now, so we can start seeing some proactive plays coming out from the mid lane.
Well, from there, Xiaohu with TP as well, so the double threat. Xiaolong Bao going to spot out Baolan, who's moving through the river. And there is a ward placed by IG on this first dragon of the game. Xiaolong Bao, as he clears this out, will have priority in here once again. But Ming's roaming, and it's a Rakan. Rookie still doesn't have his flash. But he's going to play this super safe, walks back in lane. So he'll be fine for now, and that's going to give RNG a chance to start this dragon up.
Yeah, and I mean, right, we saw Xiaohu get a reset first. We've seen that their bot lane does have some pretty good priority, at least from the few times the cam is panned bot side, and we saw the trades coming out from the Rakan as we expected. So going to be a nice play coming out from the side of RNG.
Spot out Ming as well.
Let's not get too excited out there, though, RNG fans, because, hey, we were in a very similar, if not much better position last game, actually.
I was going to say, I just didn't want to dampen everyone's spirits. You know, the people want the game 3.
Yeah, I want the game 3 too. And I mean, there's not too many series you look at and you say, man, give me the game 3. But this series, give me the game 3, please. And it's one of the ones where we joke a lot about, you know, the script writers of LPL. Like, coming into the series, I had no idea what happened. I don't know if RG would 2-0. I didn't know if IG would 2-0. I didn't know if we're going 2-1 either way.
Yeah.
This one's too hard to predict.
I mean, the thing is, I would never say a 2-0 with this series because in the past, like I said, 1.5 years, pretty much every series gone to 2-1 as Ming is roaming again.
And even Ning is close by, and even Bao Lan is kind of making his way over.
Ming threatening.
So they know.
Rookie's played this very safe back after dying first blood. Baolan now hovering, sitting on a ward that Ming has put over the wall. Back will get stopped for now as Xiaolong Bao's going towards topside. The jungle 1v1. Remember, there's a level lead, yeah. With the longsword as well versus double longsword against Ning. Chilling smite there, flash over the wall, wants to take it. Destiny on top of the Lee Sin. Ning can only turn around and die. Xiaohu picks up the kill, and now they want to kill the Shy.
Ooh, he has everything, though. He also has cannon ult. This could be extremely risky, so I'm glad they back off because guess what? It's 8 minutes.
Yep.
Herald is up. You have everyone topside. Take the objective.
Well, the Shy's going to clear the wave. Rookie has an idea they're on the Herald, but no one in position. RNG control shown and capitalizing on Ning, a very good sign.
Yeah, and I expect now Xiaohu's just going to go back mid, clear out the wave. He should be on the 1,200 gold for 1,100 gold for Catalyst, so you would expect him to go for that back. And yeah, then RNG now can just decide where they want to use his Herald. I'm going to be interested to see whether it's top or bot because, right, there's some compositions we talk about that there's an argument who you'd want to put the gold on.
Yeah. To
where this one, you know, you pick the cannon, you definitely need him to be some kind of force in the mid to late game. But then you could talk about, okay, well, we want to accelerate the Aphelios.
But winning in lane with CS already, I mean, seemed like a sound option, especially when you don't say that often against people that are Shy. But Ning is ganking bot. He's got kick, doesn't have flash, but an avenue in now. Will he actually take it?
I mean, Ming's not a good target. Yeah, because, I mean, Ming is too much mobility.
Yep. And at least he was bot.
I mean,
yeah. Well, it's just always fun seeing, you know, Ning going bot.
Which he's done more since Balance come in the roster because they're ooh.
Hang on, it's the Shy's ulti coming on out. Absconded Duck, but New to follow through does a little bit more at this point. Both low, the Shy ready to go in, but New solo kills the Shy. Teleport used by Rookie a little bit late. He wants a shockwave. You will find it with dissonance in arm as well. Command, protect, and attack will get the kill, but now he's on the wrong side of the rift. And
Rookie's dead.
He is dead.
I mean, I actually don't want to say that because Rookie surprised us before.
He's going to run. Will he get the execute?
No.
It's going to take a while. Protect.
Oh, wow.
Execute. Oh, that's why I shouldn't listen to you. All right,
I guess
well.
you shouldn't listen to me. I didn't like. It looked like he actually got autoed by New pretty recently, but going back, I feel like New is a great symbol for RNG in the sense that he's so confusing. You see him solo kill players, you see him get solo killed by players. He's very back and forth. Has some amazing team fights. Has some horrible team fights. Came in as an older player, not a player we had high expectations for, and has done quite well. Of course. This was the Shy going in, not necessarily New making a proactive play as we see here. The Shy just going forward. Does land the Abscond Abduct. Gets hit by Turret. And of course, we already talked about New does have the Unsealed Spellbook, so also layered down the Ignite. And very easy for him to finish that one off.
But we're diving the Shy again. The tactic to work out. Shalom, they force his flash. Xiaohu takes Turret for 3 shots, and now they have to walk away. But the Shy's sticking around.
Silas is not the easiest champion to dive.
That's very true. Kick. Q doesn't land. New's going to be walking away. Ning doesn't have the ulti. There's no shockwave. Wants to kill Ning on the way. New's close, but the Sonic Wave Resonating Strike picks up his first kill.
Yep, and they did also kill the Shine topside. Sadly, if Xiaohu did have more HP, you would think they'd go and, Destiny and pick up that kill as well. And earlier we were wondering where they'd use his Herald. I like that they're ending up using it towards the top side, but actually not going onto New, I'd say it's kind of disappointing.
Yeah.
So just going to further the mid-jungle lead. Still, the nice argument that can be made about this is right there, the two that are constantly transferring pressure around the map. So if you can get them to hit better item spikes faster, it is going to affect more people in the game.
I mean, despite my confusion with some of the plays that we've just seen, RNG are still ahead by 2,000 gold. IG's only retribution is going to be picking up this dragon, which will lead us to a Cloud Rift. Just bottom left. How did the Shy die? Gold card, Abscond Abduct didn't really hit anyone.
And remember when we were talking about Ooh.
Okay, Enchanted Arrow doesn't land. Everyone's here from IG. And Gala and Ming survive easily.
Yeah.
What are we going to say?
Actually, what just happened was going against my point. I was going to say, remember how we were talking about in draft, how we don't expect Puff to play Ashe because they don't really make proactive plays around bot lane? Well, they just tried to make a proactive play around bot lane, but I also guess this is why Puff plays Ezreal because, hey, doesn't really matter if you miss a Q, you can hit the next one.
That's right. The arrow is a very different story. At least the cooldown isn't that long. But Gala and Gala and Mark. He's with another bot laner that starts with M. Going to be able to push in this turret. Got Infernum. He wants Severin. Or at least Chakram. One of them would be nice here, but...
So he just wants one of his guns.
Any of the guns that he's not... He has 3 other guns that he's all just been on, and he doesn't want those.
Destiny is up. Potential plays are being made, and now we see New. Ooh.
Oh, bottom lane. All right, the dive under Puff. He's walked a lane. Leave him be. RNG bullying as now Bao lands caught out. And Shalom Bao on a tear here in this early game.
Yeah, and even if you notice in the minimap, New was hovering down as well, so really gave them the freedom to make this play. New also has TP advantage over the Shy, so always potential to have that big numbers advantage fight. Great pick coming from RNG, and this is what we love to see when they pick these champions like the Twisted Fate and they make these aggressive plays. But talking about aggressive plays, I do see Ning. Okay, Ning and Rookie were hovering towards topside, but I guess you can see why they stopped, right? New is backing all the way up to his inner turret, so not able to make the answer on the other side of the map. RNG will take this turret, though.
I mean, they already had one in their back pockets, so not a bad way to go. While Rookie going to Shockwave in for Xiaohu. He's waiting for his gold card. Sonic Wave into Resonating Strike. Shalom ready to unburrow the flash over the wall. They commit. The kick doesn't kill him, though. Needs one more auto, and Xiaohu survives. That's the pain for IG, and he walks out alive.
That was so disappointing, too, because that was pretty much as well as you could have played it if you were Ning. Great job by Ming coming over and, supporting his new friend as compared to his old friend.
Oh, yeah.
Not saying they can't be friends anymore, but...
Okay, all right. Well, you just try not to be a mean person.
That is what I'm saying, actually.
It's okay, I'm with you.
Did you see that video on Twitter of, how, cute and nice Ming is with, he's, friends with, every team? It's, him walking up and hugging the Shy, and then he walks up and he's, saying hi to Ning, and then he's talking to Crisp, and...
I did not.
Yeah, it was very wholesome. We have so many wholesome videos.
We do. That's why when we get the trash talk videos, everyone's so, delicate and, they don't commit to saying anything bad.
That is, yeah. Ooh, we get a pro view.
Yeah, we get the Xiaohu pro view here in this one.
Yeah, good shockwave down. Obviously, a stopwatch gold card comes out. Not much to it. He goes for the flash. And then Ming is here to save him.
Good shield, and Guardian played a big role there as well.
Yeah. And now, you've already talked about the gold lead. Well, we're now at a 5K. These gold leads keep coming out of nowhere pretty much all day. 5K gold lead. We don't have a Herald.
IG is so far behind, but they still want to make plays here.
Xiaohu's Ghost.
He will be spotted out. Shockwave. The Ghost will be used, but this time Ning wants to correct his mistake, and he does.
No, the Ghost wasn't used.
Okay.
Where was the Ghost?
Even with the Ghost, do you get out there? You don't get
I mean, had he ghosted right away, but I don't think he had vision of them. I think he just had a... like intuition. I don't know. I didn't see if they walked over or what. Doesn't look like they did.
But even with that, I mean, you just talked about the gold lead. Brother, we're still at a massive gold lead for RNG, so IG need a lot more plays like that. They got 1,400 gold off the plating. As Ming is here, down with the quickness. Puff knocked up, quickness in, flashes away. Balan blocks the shield to the left. As now the turn back into RNG. Puff's going to be poked on down. Command protect.
Woo!
Oh, a big thank you to Rookie from Puff.
But remember when we talked about early on, you know, making plays on the Braum Ash is quite hard. We saw right there, making plays on the Braum Ash is quite hard. But still, when Gala got up in range, it was close.
And that was with an IE and a Zeal. So, going to get worse.
We still have a Herald on the side of RNG as well, and there's only one outer turret left to use it on, so we expect to see them push in.
Xiaohu had a thought he pinged.
Oh, I don't actually think they knew.
Oh.
I think he was just trying to walk mid, but obviously you can't walk to river when river's completely dark.
Yeah.
But, so now if I'm RNG, I think you just push up both sides, you know, group mid, drop the Herald, take that turret, and then potentially the Shy will either just ignore and, you know, you accept the pressure loss, or he has to TP, blow TP and come mid as well. Then we'll break out to a 5v5.
Okay. I outwait. The Shy, at least for now, will get this turret. New has ulti available. The damage down. Bit of Protobelt action from the top side. Sorry, the hose used. As now onto the Dragon, we begin.
And we have two items for Gala as compared to only one for Puff.
Yep.
So right now, the RNG carries are massive.
Don't forget, Xiaolong Bao's been pretty big all game.
I'm surprised Xiaolong Bao doesn't just drop Herald.
Okay, well, Destiny, teleport on the backside. We'll pause on that point. IG are being flanked by Xiaohu. They ghost away, the kick away as well. New comes in with a slicing Maelstrom. The Shy follows up with Rookie Shockwave. And somehow IG trade, but Gala's still alive. That was explosive all of a sudden, and it's a 3 for 4.
And it's looking extremely similar to last game once again. Great Shockwave coming out from Rookie. But overall, New with the massive ultimate, just all the damage and CC layered from the side of RNG. I do feel like RNG could have executed a bit better, but hey, you pick up the kills. IG are the ones that get the Dragon, though. Trade feels incredibly even, if not slightly in favor of IG, actually.
At the very least, they're so far behind. The fact that they got something from that fight where they were choked out.
But also think about it, Hysterics. If you're Xiaolong Bao, you know, he's positioned very awkwardly. Drop Herald mid. Force IG out from Dragon. Instead, they don't do it. They go for this fight. Good kick coming out from Ning, but still ultimately was on to Ming. New still able to get in the fight. Actually, I take that back. That wasn't a good kick. Feels like you had to save that for the cannon. Overall, great play coming out from RNG, and like you said, Rookie just hitting a very good Shockwave.
Now, my realization is that the Shy got a triple kill with that slicing Maelstrom, as now the Shy has died. Hang on, onto Xiaolong Bao. He has now died. We were just praising him, and he's died.
You were just praising him, but
okay.
Yeah, apparently the Shy did a slicing Maelstrom too. Great job.
Yeah, and then he just died.
Yes, he did.
So, we're in a weird state. You know, there's lull state, there's pog state.
Oh, 2 slicing Maelstroms in the same team fight.
Then there's a weird champ state. That's what I feel like I'm in here. RNG
What's
with
a weird champ
weird
state?
champ state is like you don't know what's coming next. You don't really understand what's coming next. And we do, right? We understand the game.
Do we?
There you go, weird champ state. Just confirmed my
I feel
point.
like you kind of baited me.
Yu is getting the turret by himself. IG aren't here. Rookie gets the turret meanwhile, but they just lost inhibitor turret.
The thing is,
And
again,
okay.
don't be deceived by this. So now I want to see RNG make some kind of cheeky play with Xiaohu's death, like Xiaohu and New committing to a side lane to find a pick and get that inhibitor, because ultimately AP Cannon's still not the type of champion that can really win out in the side lane, is really going to put a lot of threat onto that inhibitor. It really is just gold. But hey, gold's awesome. Nothing's wrong with gold.
Nothing's wrong with you. Hey, you are a good spokesperson. I
Whoa, speaking of good, look at all the control words coming out from both sides, actually.
Yeah.
Just very high-level League of Legends.
I was going to point out 2 items towards this next dragon and the Baron spawning as well. I'm very curious about progression here for IG because 4 people grouping up mid. The Shy in a side lane, but Xiaohu has Destiny again. Here we go, Enchanted Crystal Arrow onto Gala. Puff walks forward. Turret goes down. Xiaohu now spotted out onto Rookie, who has the shockwave. Shallenbell wants to get on in. They turn for Xiaohu, who's left alone from his team. The Shy doesn't connect, but they still slow him down. And IG will take down the mid lane. A shockwave whiffs from Rookie, which is not something you say much, but Gala is time to Aphelios. And you know what? Puff stands no chance as Ming runs on forward. Gleaming Quill is blocked. That could have been so much worse as the Shy will go on in. Slicing Maelstrom is designed for him, the quickness used to get away. And RNG now with a Death Timer on Rookie can do what they want.
I mean, still, Xiaohu's down as well. Both mid laners have TP, so translate that to anything will be tough.
Okay.
And overall, Xiaohu going in a bit too soon. If you notice the mini-map, Ming was, oh my god, we're actually rushing Baron.
Told you, it's an Aphelios. Let's go, teleport in. It's Xiaohu first. Rookie's not up for 5 seconds.
Ning
and you know what?
Oh!
Double smite. It's gone.
That was so beautiful to watch from RNG, and so unexpected too, because they walked towards it, but they looked like they were posturing to recall. Instead, end up going for the Baron. A nice play from them, and going back to that first fight, looks like we'll get a replay. Look where Ming is. Ming is nowhere close. Ming is the primary source of engage, unless Nu can find a flank. Nu doesn't find a flank. Xiaohu's already in too deep. And now he's not in a position where Ming even tries to flash to follow up, isn't able to get there. And man, there's the shockwave. This has nothing to do with the Aphelios. This is just Gala playing these fights so well, playing aggressive, and this is the swagger that we talk about that we love to see when AD carries can play with. And man, watching this guy play on this roster has been so fun.
The reason we're talking up Gala, he feels like something great for RNG. And their power now in this game with Colonel behind them is enormous. They've got the Baron in hand, walking it down mid. RNG group does 5 for RG, a spread off. They were thinking about a flank, but there's no avenue for them to hit. Instead, towards the Dragon now, which could be soul point potential for IG.
Oh, we're doing this again?
We're going through mid, but if everyone commits,
there's no minions. Nu just, escorted the wave himself.
Open inhib, I guess, as well. Let's see. Dragon's going to go down. Soul point now available for IG, but through mid, RNG have the wave, and the Shy's not here. Destiny to get information. Ning in with the flank is spotted out. Enchanted Crystal Arrow still available for Puff as he fires it. And, okay, they walked into it. Shockwave brings him back. Xiaohu makes a bit of a blunder, but no kill yet. As the Shy off on the wing. New to zone away. Slicing Maelstrom is taken away by the Shy. RNG being sent back.
Let's remember, there is no objective anywhere close to being up. So this is just going to be, minions continuously funneling to the side of IG. Orianna continuously getting gold. Silas continuously getting gold. And I actually don't think this feels that bad for the side of IG.
Let's see, because they're going for inner turret now. It depends if we continue to push forward with the rest of this Baron buff as Rookie, a bit too far forward, slicing Maelstrom onto New, but doesn't get the stun down. RNG are grouped on up. Ning gets quickness, but there goes the cannon. The Shy stole his ulti before. You need an Aphelios play, but the Shy will not give it to you. A Shallenbell now engaged on in his way out. With dissonance, Shallenbell will get the kill, but Xiaohu now wants in with the gold card. Mid laner versus AD carriers. Puff zones him away. The snipe now in from the Rex side. Who's going to start spinning? Rookie needs to get back in, but he has no mana, and RNG turn it on a whim.
This game is so close, so back and forth. Each team mechanically slightly coming out ahead of each other, and it still feels like, despite being 8K gold ahead, it's anyone's game. Because we're in the exact same position as last game. The exact same. RNG have these really nice scaling elements in their comp. They're about to hit the soul, and RNG...
one after another.
Yeah, Nu tries to go into Force's play. Good flash coming from Rookie. Puff as well having to blow a flash. And then, as you highlighted, the Shy flashing in, has the Slicing Maelstrom, goes in so aggressively. Great play from him, and just goes a bit too far forward to try and finish off Shallenbell. I'm actually surprised Shallenbell had the damage to burst him out so well.
Rookie had no mana as well.
Now it's going to be all about this next Dragon for me, because that mid lane inhibitor doesn't actually give RNG a way to force anything because, right, like, sure, they can try to force mid-bot inhib, but, like, they're trying to take advantage of their global ultimate with the Destiny. You would typically want to use the pressure from inhib being down to force a Dragon or Baron. There is no Dragon or Baron.
True. Plus, even if there was the wave clear out of IG, it's still pretty good. So
it's just guaranteed gold. That inhibitor was just guaranteed gold for the side of IG.
Oh, the 2K gold, whatever it is.
Yes.
I forgot what the certain number is, but RNG, just while we're speaking about gold, I'm going to keep mentioning at 25 minutes, they're 9K up. Base is still open. That Dragon in 2 minutes.
The 5, 1, and 4 Aphelios.
And it's a Mountain Soul again.
Yeah.
Okay.
This side around, not as, you know, like game 1 where IG had all those massive tanks.
Yep.
It'd still be nice for the side, of course, the shield as well. But yeah, we're just going to see RNG stand in front of IG. I don't expect anything to happen.
Okay. I do.
IG, I was going to say, have the tools to engage, right? They can throw out Enchanted Crystal Arrow if Gala walks.
Destiny used. Actually, RNG to start the engagement. Going to the backline, slicing Maelstrom. Lay it down as well. RNG want this to be into game 3 as Xiaohu zoned on back. The Shockwave only hits one into Ming, but RNG are funneling into the base. Gold card onto Rookie. Ning takes the Shurikens, and Gala is the AD carry. That'll bring RNG to a game number 3.
And Xiaohu said before the match, you can't have fear when you're facing IG. We doubted them, but they did it.
They run head first, and IG sent packing, as this was a game that RNG needed to win to show us that they are playoff contenders.
And it's so weird how RNG, are just so willing to pull the trigger sometimes, and other times, like last game, we're just like, where's the advantage going to be pushed? What's going to happen? And this time around, we're like, nothing's going to happen in front of this inhibitor. Ming going in so